Once again, the Israelis are bombing Gaza non-stop. Besides the offense that the Israeli soldiers are carrying on, besides the strikes, now the plan is to form a new corridor, a corridor that cuts Rafah city from the rest of Gaza. And in the meanwhile, Benjamin Netanyahu has been defying the ICC arrest warrant by visiting Hungary. We tell you more about what's happening in Palestine in the following report.
Palestinians gathered around Beit Lahia, scrambling for a loaf of bread and bowls of lentil soup.
We are going to die of hunger. People will start eating each other. There will be crimes and we will kill one another over a loaf of bread or a plate of food. As you can see, even at the charity kitchen, fights break out as people rush to get bread or a plate of food. We hope this situation changes soon.
Israel has resumed its bombardment in Gaza. Only this time around, there are little to no constraints in its operations. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has ordered troops to dissect the Palestinian enclave. In his latest announcement, the Prime Minister said Israel is establishing a new corridor in Gaza to increase the pressure on Hamas. Netanyahu described the new axis as the Morag corridor, using the name of a Jewish settlement that once stood between Rafah and Khan Yunis, suggesting it would be a second Philadelphia corridor, which has been under Israeli control since last May.
Last night in the Gaza Strip, we switched gears. The IDF is seizing territory, striking the terrorists, and destroying the infrastructure. We are also doing something else. We are seizing the Morag corridor. This will be the second Philadelphia, an additional Philadelphia corridor, because we are now dividing the Strip and increasing the pressure step by step so that they will give us our hostages. And as long as they do not give them to us, the pressure will increase until they do. We are determined to achieve the objectives of the war, and we are acting relentlessly and with a clear line and a clear mission.
With nowhere else to go, thousands of Palestinians have evacuated Rafah city.
We could barely believe that we had arrived back in Rafah. We left Rafah under destruction, under bombardment, under missiles, under tanks. We left. It is a complete occupation of Rafah and an entire displacement of its residents. We don't know where are we going.
Israelis have condemned Netanyahu's plan to expand operations in Gaza, saying further military action will only jeopardize the lives of 24 hostages who are believed to be alive.
I think that military force can only go so far, and at some point we have to use diplomacy. And I think that we must use diplomacy with the Qataris that have influence over Hamas, with the Egyptians that have influence over Hamas, and also within Israel we have to know our boundaries.
Protests against Netanyahu's government are refusing to die down. Anger over the Israeli Prime Minister's decision to fire the Shin Bet chief is far from dissipating.
He wants to completely destroy our democracy.
Benjamin Netanyahu's office is once again ensnared in scandal after police arrested 2 of his close aides linked to the Qatargate probe. The investigation is just the latest scandal to royal Netanyahu, who is the subject of a long-running corruption trial. Critics say Netanyahu, the country's longest-serving prime minister, has worked in recent years to undermine Israel's state institutions. Most recently, they point to his attempt to dismiss the head of Israel's domestic security agency, which is also investigating his office's alleged links to Qatar. The Israeli Prime Minister calls the Qatargate probe a bluff. Benjamin Netanyahu is clear on his part that his operation in Gaza is not ending anytime soon. With new evacuation orders and complete blockade of Gaza, the fate of hostages and Palestinians hangs in the balance. Bureau Report, WION World is One.